Today's a great day. Today is January 20th, 2025. And today is the celebration of Martin Luther King's birthday. It is the inauguration of President Donald Trump, and it is also my granddaughter's 21st birthday. And in honor of her, I'm doing this TikTok because she put me on TikTok back in 2020 when the pandemic was really bad and I was bored. And I loved it. I absolutely loved it. It was great. It was a way to connect. I started laughing. I saw people dancing. I saw people telling jokes. It was great. It was a fabulous way to connect. And I learned a lot. It was so educational. I was born in 1961. I'm definitely a boomer, and I'm proud of it. But I'm not proud of the education that I received. I received so much lies, and if it wasn't for TikTok, I absolutely would not know a lot of things. And once I got a little key on TikTok about what was going on, I started researching it, and it was amazing to me that this stuff was actually true. For example, this was my first Thanksgiving not celebrating. I absolutely was appalled. I'm not telling anybody else not to celebrate, but in honor of my Native American brothers and sisters, I just couldn't do it. And so I spent my day honoring my Native American brothers and sisters by researching their past and the atrocities that happened to them and praying for them because of what they went through. And my community went through a horrible thing too, but it's not until you really realize that, you don't learn half of the stuff that goes on. So I call my grandkids. They were like, you crazy? You have to do Thanksgiving. And I was like, no, my stomach couldn't handle it. I could not handle doing that again. I've had my daughters tell me, well, it's a time for families to get together. I said, well, let's get together, but not for that day. I can't do it. And I know they were trying to get me, well, let's do Friendsgiving. We're not friends, we're family, and I'm not doing it. So with that being said, when TikTok went off, and I thought, wow, I always wanted to do TikTok. I'm never, ever going to be able to do a TikTok now. I didn't delete the app, and then I found out it was on again. So I said, you know what? I'm going to get the courage to do a TikTok. So this is my first and only TikTok that I've ever done. And I think I picked a fantastic day. And I am so grateful to do a TikTok. And my content, which is what I'm kind of always thinking about, like, who am I? What do I have to say? But my content is this. I'm going to black out. I'm going to black out. So what do I mean? I mean, it's not that I'm going to go crazy and go beat up some people or do something, obnoxious. What I mean by blacking out, I said, so you know what? I have way more years behind me than I have ahead of me. So I'm definitely going to start purchasing and buying black. I'm going to find me a black doctor, whether it be male or female, that are going to take care of my needs and not just kind of laugh at me and give me some crazy drug like lisinopril that is not good for African Americans. I'm going to find a black bank that I can bank with, that is, the president and the owner of the bank is black. I'm going to buy black food products that were created, black beauty products. I already do. I buy this stuff called Black Opal. I can't even find it in the store. I actually have to get on the website to order my lipstick colors called Bon Bon. I love it. I'm going to, so it's the doctor, it's the bank, it's buying black products. I want to find a black farmer, and I want to purchase food from him. I want to, by the end of this, by next year this time, I want to be online with you again and tell you what my progress was. Just a beautiful thing to think that that I can do that because it's so great to feel comfortable in your community. Me being born in 1961, I'll never forget the time that my mom went to this white lady's house and she pulled out money, because it was a rumor that this woman would let you use her address. So you can, if you were a black kid, you can go to this school in a white neighborhood. And my mom gave this lady money just so that I can go to this white school. I wanted to go to my zone school but she said, no, you have to go to a white school. Remember now, I think I'm only 2 years younger than Ruby Bridges, okay? So she had me go to this white school and I was so uncomfortable. And it's not because, it's just that I was such an oddity and they were always looking at me and watching me, and it felt like, being like in a cage. So it wasn't comfortable, and then from there I had to wind up going to a white high school, then going to a white college. It's exhausting not being able to be myself, because when you were in that era, you had to be on your best behavior. And so I just feel like I want to live out my last days being comfortable. I mean, if there's a certain group of people that don't want me around, I don't want to be around, and I'm okay with that. I'm not going to push my way into being in your spaces, because I know how fantastic my spaces are. I know how fantastic my brothers and sisters will be. So I'm definitely going to black out. I'm going to move towards that. And I think by the end of the year, I'll be, I want to say maybe 40% totally blacked out. And then every year I know that it will progress. I'm going to find a black stock market exchange, or somebody who could teach me about stock markets. I'm going to find, black cruises to go on, or tour company. I'm going to do it all. I'm going to live my life to the best. I'm going to enjoy my last years now that I'm retired. And I want to share the experience with you. Now, that has nothing to do with my brothers and sisters, my white brother and sister counterparts. I do love you. And let me tell you something. I'm going to eat in black-owned restaurants if I have to pay for it. But if somebody else is paying for it, I'm definitely going Italian or Japanese. I'm definitely, because I love that type of food too. I love all types of food. But I need to start pouring my dollars into my community. I need to start pouring my respect into my community. And that has nothing to do, like, there's great people on TikTok that I listen to all the time. Is Tizzy Inc. and Goose. They're all white. Love those brothers. There's this guy named Dan Salinger. He has an elderly parent with Alzheimer's and he takes care of him. And let me tell you something, when that man dies, I'm going to grieve, because it was great content. But I know that I need to stay true to myself. And, I was always told that it's always better on the other side. We always have to get what the white people have. But in reality, me living as long as I've lived, they're always trying to get after what we have. Bo Derek, back in the, I don't remember, what was it, the 70s? She made a play. What was that story? It's called 10. She had braids. I'm like, are you kidding me? And then it was popular. Now they're getting big butts and it's popular. And we've always had this. We've always danced, stealing stuff, songs, music, food. They keep coming to our side, but we keep trying to run to their side. But I love my white brothers and sisters. I'm not mad at them. This is no disrespect towards you, but I need to pour my money into my community. And if you guys can kind of help me, because I'm not that tech savvy as far as finding stuff, but I promise you, if you show me the direction to go, I'm going to go in that direction. I'm grateful for TikTok that's back on, just so that I can experience the life that I always wanted to live. Thank you. I'm going to black it out. I'm going to black out. Woo!